beautiful.
Scene 9. Goldschlag's tape recorder.
Julius! Julius can write. I have one of his books, practically the first thing he wrote once he fled the country in '34. Mine's one of the few German copies that escaped the bonfires, but it wasn't the book burnings that stung him. Actually, I'm pretty sure they were a source of pride. It was the response.
Dachau, a chronicle, is a collection of fabrications written by a man who is politically motivated, mentally unstable, or both. The camp at Dachau is a thriving community, safely and humanely removed from those parts of German society where they can do the most damage.
There it is! The big lie, as Julius said. A mistruth so bold, so blatant, that it gains traction through sheer temerity. No one would lie that poorly, we say. He must believe it. There must be some truth to it. It was one of Hitler's favorites. He learned his threats veiled after his failure in '23.
Scene 10. Zerfoss enters the wrecked offices of the Post. Sounds of violence in the distance.
Oh my God! Auer! Auer!
What's happening?
Herr Auer, are you okay? What happened? Okay. It's madness out there. The crazy son of a bitch actually started a riot. I don't know if it's just a distraction to provide cover for his goons, or if he's actually staging a coup. Maybe it's a two birds, one stone kind of deal.
About what?
No, first, tell me why you're lying in the wreckage of what used to be our offices.
4 or 5 brown shirts and their version of journalistic criticism. They stormed in here, all a bluster about revolution, started tossing the place. I told them to clear out, and they hit me with my own chair. How bad's the damage?
Glass is shattered, papers have been tossed, but the rest seems fine. Looks like they just hit the presses with a stick before giving up.
Oh, that's good, that's good.
Hey, not so fast, boss. You're both staying right here.
Oh, but we have to find Martin. We've got to make sure he's okay, because he'll get killed. I know.
I'm taken care of. I had to lock him in his apartment to keep him off the streets, though. Left one of your boys outside.
Now, you're sure he stayed? You know, he fought the French in '75, and he liked it.
He's almost 70. It's not like he's gonna climb out the third store window with a Mauser. Right?
Any word from Goldschlag?
A few shots close by. Both Auer and Zerfoss tense up until the shots start moving away.
For all I know, that was him just now. He's probably running toward the nearest gunfight with as many of the Auer guard as he can find.
Another loud shot.
Zerfoss, there's a pistol in the bottom drawers of Martin's desk. Go get it.
Zerfoss retrieves the weapon. Goldschlag's tape recorder.
The putsch in '23. Purest bit of soldiery I'd ever done. It was intoxicating.
It was chaos.
So much happening. At any one moment, you couldn't stop and think.
There was no way to know what was happening. Who was winning?
You could only focus on the now, the people next to you.
You couldn't plan your next move, or where you were needed most.
It was exhilarating.
It was terrifying.
But it was over soon enough.
Scene 12, the office.
Easy! Easy! It's me!
Oh, thank God! You scared me out of my wits. You can help me stand guard.
No thanks. No need.
There's plenty of need.
Just for cleaning. It's over.
It's over?
The idiots tried to march on the defense ministry.
What happened?
They defended themselves. 16 not-so deaths.
What about him?
A shot in the leg. They say they found him hiding under dead bodies. They're charging him with high treason. Where's Herr Gruber? He'd want to hear this.
Oh, shit! He's gonna kill me!
High treason?
Word on the street. You want a drink?
Please.
Goldschlag looks through his desk.
Damn it. Brown shirt bastards took my liquor!
Well, at least you know your priorities.
Well. Is it high treason?
High treason.
Scene 13, Goldschlag's tape recorder.
Gruber was always fond of lessons from history. Acted like his education gave him precognitive foresight. After the putsch, his favorite was an old Chinese saying that went something like this. There are no successful rebellions. There are no failed revolutions. The failure of the putsch relegated Hitler, he argued, to a mere rebel. But we forgot one very important fact. In China, Rebels weren't given a second chance.
14, the office.
Sometimes, not frequently, mind you, but sometimes, I really hate my country.
I've taken longer holidays.
In less comfortable rooms, too. Care to share what's so funny with the rest of the class?
Oh, you've got to admit there's some humor here.
No, I don't.
Come on. 8 months and 500 marks for high treason. 8 months at a council retreat and a smaller fine than we get for libel. What? We're in the wrong business.
Treason certainly has a lower overhead.
Not to mention a better return on investment.
And it's a great opportunity for community involvement.
Crime may not pay, but it does keep costs very low.
I hate you guys.
Gruber enters.
I'm thinking about changing my title to Revolutionary in Chief. Just makes sense in this economic environment.
I really, really do.
15, Golshog's recorder.
When I first started at the Post, they warned me, told me it could be dangerous. I scoffed at them. Our said,
It might get hairy, son. You know, you can't be making this decision lightly.
and I scoffed right back into those big mustaches. I wasn't afraid, I told him. I'm a soldier, I told him, an officer. I will not be frightened into hiding by a man like that, one who flees on his belly from dangers of his own making. And I will not back away when the coward calls me a traitor. And I didn't back away because I was a soldier. In the war. And not this last one, the other one, with the mud, the wire. I walked into the trenches. I also walked out. I walked out whole, sane. Not many can say that. None of the boys I walked in with, anyway. 2 years I lived there fighting. I try not to think of it, and it tends to stay away. The pictures, at least. Faces, and nightmares. But I can still taste the mud. Wet grittiness, cold, fine. Slight taste of brass. I could feel the grains between your tongue and the roof of your mouth. And for this Schweinhundert brand me traitor, saboteur, that officers like me had lost the war, that immigrants and intellectuals surrendered German pride, that his National Socialism would save Germany from our poison. So I scoffed. I was young and proud, and shells were still ringing in my ears. In the sense they still are.
16. Gruber hurls a paper across the office with a scream.
Ah! Go fuck yourself, you lying piece of shit!
What's wrong? What happened?
It's Kossman, that sycophantic toady. Fucking hack!
Backstabbers rule the Reichstag. The treaty-signing traitors.
Zerfoss enters.
It's bullshit, and he knows it. They just print it like it's fact, as plain as day.
What's got his blood up?
Kossman.
Oh, the stab in the back piece.
It's a blatant falsification of history.
So far back.
No, we can't afford it. The back and forth could last weeks, and every article will be another 5,000 mark lawsuit.
Actually, I had a thought about that. Let them sue.
Come again?
Be as general as possible. Call him a liar and a cheat.
What good would that do?
It lower my blood pressure, for one thing.
It helps because statements made for one's defense in court aren't subject to libel. It's like a murder suspect painting someone else as the murderer. Hold the debate in court, and you're untouchable.
And the Post can report on the trial itself.
If Herr Gruber makes a big enough show, we won't have to. Every paper in the country will want in on this.
Well, what do you say, Martin? Want to get sued?
In my sleep. Yesterday, Herr Kossman proved his talent for fiction insisting the recent war, so costly in money, honor, and the blood of our sons, was but moments from victory when our armies were betrayed by Berlin. He does not say our soldiers were misserved. He did not say the treaty was signed unwisely. Instead, Kossmann has succumbed to a delusion of German leaders signing treaties in exchange for French bribes. This is a lie. It would be better if Kossmann were merely an idiot. I would sleep better if he had no motive but his own staggering stupidity. But it is not so. An idiot's mistakes may be forgiven. But Kossmann is instead a counterfeiter of history. He and his ilk are political poisoners tainting the well of our republic. Last year's failed coup proved Germany was not yet weak enough to take Hitler's foul medicine, so now his cronies add more arsenic to the water.
Scene 17.